Struggle is real. Struggle you cannot avoid, and struggle you cannot get away from. The only thing that you can do is change your perspective on it. Suffering is a choice and a state of mind. Struggle is a part of everyday life in order to forge the character that you or God has planned for you to become. Everybody struggles. I struggle. I struggle with getting up on time, not sleeping through my alarm, and sometimes, quite frankly, not sleeping through my workouts. I have cardio planned in the mornings before work, and sometimes I skip through it, and sometimes I skip it and I'm pissed and I'm mad about myself. But it's just part of life. Like, no one is better than you, no one is doing better than you just because they wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. I still get everything that I need to get done throughout the day. It's just sometimes I struggle in the mornings to wake up and do the things I need to do before work, just because I'm honestly, quite frankly, so exhausted from work, from working on my coaching business, from recording videos, from answering DMs and posting content all day, that sometimes I'm just like, oh, fuck this alarm. I'm going right back to sleep, or I'm just going to sleep through it. Or maybe I think to myself as it's going off, I'm like, hey Siri, turn off the alarm. And then I tell myself, okay, 5 more minutes. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh shit, I just slept an extra hour. So the things that you see online, the things that I see online every single day, I know now that it's not what people live like every single day, and people have and go through real struggles. Like when you see somebody post their morning routine of waking up at 4 a.m. every single day and doing this set habitual things, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a fucking grain of salt, man, because comparing your life to that 1 5-second reel or TikTok or whatever you like to watch, comparing that 5 seconds to your entire life is what is ruining your mindset, is what is ruining your confidence in yourself. Because I used to think so highly and compare so highly my life to that of people's highlights and reels. And then after seeing somebody actually open up and talk about how what they show on Instagram and reels and their highlights on social media is not true, but also only during the best parts of their life, it completely changed my perspective. And I'm going to give you the exact example so you're not wondering to yourself, what is this guy yapping about? A couple of days ago, and I've already been kind of like delving into this perspective shift, but it's kind of helped me understand better now. I watched a video about somebody with natural, like with their physique natural, and basically just under like no lighting, garbage lighting, just a regular walking man, just like an average man, just like me and you. And, he looked great and he had a good physique, right? You could tell he worked out, but he wasn't like this overwhelmingly shredded, insane person that you see on Instagram and YouTube sometimes. And then he did this comparison quickly, and it was basically him getting a quick pump, like doing 30 push-ups, doing a couple bicep curls, spraying some water on him to just like make him more attractive or something, or better looking, and then going under some insane lighting, and it legit looked like two different people to the fact that I thought one of them was on steroids and one of them was just like an average looking dude. And it was in the span of 5 minutes difference. 5 minutes ago, he didn't look like he was on steroids or looking insane at all. 5 minutes later, he looked like he was on some sort of drugs that made him appear 20 pounds heavier with 20 pounds more muscle and 5 pounds leaner. Like abs coming out of his veins coming out of his abs. And this kind of solidified my way of thinking to understand that comparing your life, or at least comparing my life, to people's highlight videos on social media is what was bringing me all this, I want to like coin a new term, comparison anxiety. Let's just call that a new thing. Compare anxiety. Whatever, just, I don't know, cut that out or something. Comparison anxiety. Because if we see glimpses into people's lives, like 5 second, 10 second, 1 minute even glimpses into these people's lives, and base our entire character on them like I was doing, there's nothing that you can think about yourself to the point where like, oh wow, I'm actually proud of the work and the results and the things that I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing it. Because if you're showing up every single day, and let's say for example myself, I was going to the gym, I'm eating healthy, I'm tracking my food, tracking my macros, and I had a very good transformation, I'd like to say. And then I look at somebody's 5 second highlight clip and I think to myself, great, why do I even do what I do when this guy looks insane? That comparison completely derails my motivation and just makes me think and question everything I do. And I've learned through time not to think that way, but it's hard obviously not to, like when you see so many of these people on Instagram or on YouTube, not to think that way. But it's definitely been getting better with time. So struggling not to be perfect is what I've really been struggling with. Like having that perfect wake up time on that alarm, having that perfect routine of going to hit my cardio or hit my workout before work, hitting my cardio or workout after work as well, making sure I record a YouTube video and provide either inspiration, motivation, or education for you guys. And telling myself that if it doesn't go a certain way, like if I need 30 more minutes of rest, it's fine, right? Like that's what I've been really playing with and trying to work with myself. Like I don't need to be for anybody this perfect human being. I can just be myself, and I can be okay with sleeping in 5 to 10 minutes later. I'm okay sleeping in on the weekends without feeling like I'm like waking up to some like army military boot camp, because I feel like after watching and going through like, the times where we were just all in our own heads and in our own houses, if you get the point, you get the point. If you don't, then it sucks for you. There was a lot of, like the term toxic masculinity was a real thing. Like we were expected as men, like through all these social media creators, to be these perfect human being vessels that in all actuality, it's almost impossible, because I guarantee you all the people that you look up to and watch every single day, they're going through struggles that they don't talk openly about on social media. Because for some reason, and I don't understand why, but for some reason, we are taught that as we go on social media, and that's why I'm really trying to make this channel like very open and vulnerable and just like hide nothing back, that anytime we open a camera, anytime that we have, the recording button, we need to turn into these characters with a mask on our face to portray this perfect human being for the audience that we watch. And it shouldn't be like that, but most people are like that because they grew up, I want to use the right word here. They grew up, I can't even remember the right word at the moment, but it's basically they grew up learning to be this way and learning to be this person. If you know the word that I'm thinking about, please comment it in the comments below, because I would really appreciate that. And it sucks because we don't get to see people for who they are. We get to see people for who they want us to see them as. And I'm going to try to really make this channel about, obviously inspiring, motivating, educating you guys to be the best versions of yourselves. Dedicate yourselves to God and your future selves, but also to be okay with the fact that I'm ending toxic masculinity. I want to end and basically terminate that term, by showing you that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not be perfect all the time, because at the end of the day, this is your first time living. This is my first time living. And we're going to make mistakes. We're going to fuck up. And in my opinion, that's just part of life. You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to be perfect every single day. You're not going to wake up at that perfect time that you set your alarm for, and it's fine. You're not expected to be perfect. Obviously, don't use that as an excuse. Like, oh, I didn't wake up at 6 a.m. and hit my workout before work at 7. So whatever, woe is me, I'm screwed. No, like, you still got to put in the work after work, buddy. Like, you just can't, if you were planning to have like a Netflix chill night that night and, chill and relax after work a little bit, like, no, don't expect you could take that way out, because you still got to put in the work, you still got to put in the reps, and you still got to show up. But, like, now you can't just have like a more laid back and chill evening, but rather, like right now, like, instead of having a laid back chill evening after this video, like maybe watching, something to wind down, or basically, something to enjoy myself, some form of entertainment, I'm going to go right after making this video, go hit a workout, because I skipped my workout this morning because I decided to sleep in or not get out of bed. So you still got to do the things that you got to do. Like, you don't have to worry about, okay, I have to be perfectly about this, perfectly about that. But as long as you get done the needle moving tasks throughout the day, it doesn't matter at what point of the day, but just get them done. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't feel like you're failing at life, or you're not this perfect human being because somebody else posted a video of them waking up at 5 a.m. and you didn't, because that's their choice. That's what they wanted to do. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. And it's true. And it sucks that it is, because it's so easy to compare our lives to everybody else's, because everybody's posting their lives on social media. But remember, please take this one thing away from this video. People are only posting the 5% that they want you to see. And of that 5%, it's only that 1% that it's actually the best part of their life, the highlight of their life. People don't share their struggles, they share their victories. And that's why social media is filled with so much hate, so much negative comments, is because people are jealous, people are, they're envious, and they'll just comment on your downfall. And that's why so many people are commenting negative and hateful things. Create more than you consume. Love everyone. Create more than you consume. Serve everyone. Serve others. Love everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe if you're new. Check out the links below. Apply for one-on-one coaching if you're in need of fitness coaching, somebody to guide you out. I love you guys. Peace.